Okay, hello guys. Welcome back to Echo Craft. The last time I was doing this, I was doing this part right here, and I was talking about how I wish there were pink ABs and yellow ABs. And I did say for the face, but I originally want pink ABs for the main and the yellow ABs for the other main. And I originally said purple ABs, but after looking at it, it's more blue than purple. I don't know why I said purple. I guess because, like I said before, my favorite color is purple. And I ordered blue ABs for the main here, and I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I want to include some through in here. That may mean I might need to pluck some of these diamonds out. I don't know. And I have some black ABs that I'm going to put through in here. I don't know yet. I might not, because this already looks like it's going to have ABs through in here. So I may not put any black ABs. I did say something else about another diamond painting. I said that there was a under the sea theme diamond painting that I wanted, and I wanted to get two of them so I can do one how it intentionally is, and I can do the other one as a surprise. This was that diamond painting, and it shows right there. That is what all the glow-in-the-dark ones look like. This one here, which I have it numbered through in here, this one here I am going to do the way how it is intended to do. And when I looked at all of these beautiful colors through in here, I couldn't help to think that this would be really cool in what I have envisioned. So I bought another one, and this one here, as you can see, I labeled it as 2. So this one here I am going to do the way how it's intended. Not in this video, it might be later, I don't know how long. This one here, attempt in customization. So I'm going to put this one up for now. This kit here actually comes with ABs. It comes with pink, yellow, and blue ABs. I don't remember. Oh, and green ABs, I think. Well, I don't need the blue ABs. I don't need the green ABs, but I do need the pink and yellow ABs for my lion. Since I am planning on customizing this diamond art with completely different drills than what the kit came with, I do not need the pink and the yellow ABs. Oh, and it also comes with white ABs, which the lion already has white ABs in it. So, are you ready for it? I am going to open up this kit, and I am going to cut the yellow ABs out and one of the pink ABs, because it comes with 2 pinks. And I am going to use them for my lion. Whatever ABs is left from this, I am going to save and use on the first kit. Hopefully I don't ruin everything, and hopefully this is not going to make anyone mad. So, let's open this. I decided to do a time lapse for most of the intro while I am handling plastics for the sake of your ears. I am planning on using the DMC code, whatever the code is for this. Don't know if anyone can see. My phone's flashing. 30 here. That's the AB. And I believe it says AB 603 for the pink. Let me write this down real quick. AB603. I'm gonna put 3 in here, pink, so I can remember. All right. And let's take another look. And you can see the yellow 33 is AB 973. So, and I'm sorry, I'm writing this sideways. AB 973, and that's yellow. And now I'm gonna write on this thing right here, if you can see it. AB603. That's gonna be for the pink. AB 973. That's going to be for the yellow. I got another one of these things to do what I did through in here. So I'm going to cut these out. Pink and yellow. Hopefully I can remember that. I know the sound can be quite unpleasant to the ears and make some people cringe or even gag. I just need the yellow ABs, so I'm just gonna make sure I'm cutting in the right area. Let's just cut out the yellow part, and since this diamond art actually came with 2 pink ABs, we're just going to cut only one of them out. I want this channel to be a channel of comfort, and the sound of plastic rattling is anything but comforting. Unlike me, I had to suffer through this horrible noise. Thank you for your pink and yellow AB sacrifice. Okay. Now it's time to fill them up. I know this one was pink and this one was yellow. I'll remember that. As I was enjoying pouring the pink ABs into their container, nothing could have prepared me for the horrific event that was about to unfold as I pour the yellow ABs into their designated container. So, trigger warning, don't scream. That's wild. Do you see that? See how dirty that is? I told you not to scream. I don't know why that is so dirty. Like, is it dirty inside? Actually, yeah, it is. Ew. I also ordered some dark blue, but it's supposed to be dark blue ABs, but I think they were the wrong shade, but it's okay, it'll work. Done with this, look. Okay, here are the blue ABs. Now, I will be completely honest, okay? The colors, is not exactly what I wanted it to be. It was supposed to be a lot darker than this, but it's okay, because when I held it up to another 798 that is not considered an AB, which I have just right here, and I compared them, the colors aren't that off. So I guess I should have just done a darker blue. It looked dark in the picture. I didn't think about trying to compare it, but anyways. So this is going to go where the blue part of the mane is. And I don't need to write it on the bag or anything like that because it's already written on the bag. Now, do you want to hear how crazy I truly am? So, if you see on this bag, it says 200 pieces. And I looked, I'm like, man, that looks kind of a little small to be 200 pieces. But I'm hoping that it'll be enough to do what I want it to do. Crazy me actually counted every single diamond, and there was only 186 blue diamonds. Not 200 pieces, but you know what? It works. On top of that, which I'm not going to use this one in the lion canvas, I got it because I thought they were beautiful. On top of that, I got black ABs, or 310 ABs. And I really did thought they were beautiful. I counted these as well. 171. Not 200. Look how beautiful that is. It has a blue, purplish, green iridescent to it. You can't see the purple as much. I can see the purple right here. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. No, it just looks navy blue on camera. But anyways, there is like a greenish blue purple tint to it. I have no idea where I'm going to place these at. I don't think I'm going to place it in the lion, but I thought they were beautiful, and I figured, you know what, gotta have them because you never know. Hello all my lovely diamond addicts and crafty crafters. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing a lot better than I am today. I am going to try out the easel again. I used it last time and it did wonders for my back. But unfortunately on this particular day, I was having some back issues due to sciatica and could not get comfortable no matter how I was sitting. I was originally going to diamond art on my couch because it worked for me last time, but this go around, nothing was easing my pain. So I sat at my kitchen table, as you can tell. I sat at my canvas and my camera, and I went to plug in my ring light, and when I bent over, it felt like something snapped in my back and shot excruciating pain down my back, down to my hip, and down to my knee. I was in pain and I was about to call it quits and diamond paint another day, but I was determined to get my sparkle fix in. I first had trouble with my sciatic nerve back in 2017 during my daily walks. I stepped the wrong way, I guess, and the next thing I knew, my glute felt like it was being jabbed. And I know that might be a little graphic, but that's how it felt. The pain was pulsating in my lower back, down to my glute and down to my knee. I could not move all that well. So, luckily, I lived a minute away, but I was in such pain that it took me around 30 minutes just to make it back home. I thought I pulled a muscle and hobbled my way to the closest bench and tried to stretch it out in hopes that I could continue. But it done me no good. I was in so much agonizing pain that it made me feel like I could faint when I stood up. I was afraid that I would pass out and hit my head on concrete or pavement while I was trying to make my way home. So I sat there on the bench for a good while, got up, and slowly limped my way back home. I live in a community of apartment buildings at the time, which I don't live there now. At the time when I lived there, there was not one person that I could ask for help or for a ride home. I was in that much pain that I was willing to ask someone to give me a ride down to my apartment that was only a few minutes away. I mean, it was just right around the cove. But those few minutes took me nearly 30 minutes to make it to my apartment door. Usually after my walks, I would wash off, get something to eat and drink. But I was breaking out in little beads of sweat just by the pain alone. After I stepped in, I laid on my floor trying to stretch my back and my glute, did a little light yoga, and the pain ceased enough for me to get up and wipe off. However, getting up out of the floor with sciatica flaring up was nearly impossible. I thought that's where I was going to live for the rest of my day until my husband came home to help me up out of the floor. But at that time, I didn't know anything about sciatica, and I thought I really overdid my workout. Just so you know, I did manage to push myself out of the floor, wiped myself off, and sat down on my couch for the rest of the day. The next day, I rested and gave my body a break out of my husband's suggestion. The day after I rested, I was back to walking. However, it flared up again and kept getting worse as the week progressed. It got so intense that even standing for a short period of time made me feel like I could pass out from the pain. So I made a doctor's appointment and was diagnosed with sciatica due to a slipped disc. And it was applying an uncomfortable amount of pressure onto the sciatic nerve, causing my hip and my lower back to swell and be inflamed, and in so much pain. I was in so much pain that I wanted my whole hip removed from my body. I had to back off of exercising, and to be fair, I did put my legs through a lot. I walked every day, did aerobics every Monday and Wednesday, and played Just Dance or Dance Revolution every Tuesday and Thursday, and did yoga every Friday. Walked some more while shopping on Saturdays, and rested on Sunday. Also, what contributed to my sciatica was my apartment floor. My floor was nothing but concrete with very thin layer of dingy carpet over top of that. There was barely any padding in between, and I was doing aerobics and dancing while barefooted, which was probably not the best for my body, especially when my floor was basically nothing but concrete underneath. But anyways, on top of that, in my last video, I did mention how I was used to doing lots of things on my bedroom floor. Well, I was still used to doing things this way. I was painting, crafting, and so on, while sitting on that hard, back-destroying floor. And I think that was another contribution of my sciatica problems. I could be wrong. I had great control of it in 2018 and didn't have a problem with it until now. Yay! Just what I want to go through at my age. The funny thing is, when my sciatica flared up in a grocery store, like Walmart, I am tempted to use one of those electric shopping scooters, which I don't, by the way. I suffer through the pain, and I am sure that there are other people who are in worse condition than me and may need to use that scooter more than I do. However, I did use the scooter once when I fractured my ankle back in 2013, I think. I don't really remember how long ago it was, but I do remember that I had people giving me dirty looks. Even some mumbled underneath their breath that I was just too lazy to walk, even though I had a crutch with me, and I did not want to experience that again. So I ended up hobbling all over the store and had a noticeable limp. There were some people around me that gave me a nasty look. I don't know why they were giving me nasty looks, but they were, and condescendingly questioned me. Well, what is wrong with your feet that you have to hobble? And they would tell me that I was just looking for an excuse to be lazy. I'm not gonna lie, those comments actually upset me, and I wanted to give some of them a piece of my mind. But I kept my cool and informed them that my sciatica is just flaring up and I am struggling to walk. They would proceed to tell me that I am too young to have sciatica problems and that I am just looking for attention. No. I was having anxiety just because people were looking at me funny, and I think they were looking at me funny because I was hobbling. So no, I don't think I want attention. I don't want to be in pain just because I decide to get out of bed. I would much rather continue to do yoga, continue to do aerobics, dance, and walk around without feeling like something is jabbing my glute. I wouldn't wish this burden on anyone. I also don't want this element to stop me from enjoying art in all forms. And I just need to find a way to adjust. And at the moment, I think the easel was helping me not to aggravate that nerve. But like I said, on this particular day, my back was not having it. Typically, I try to complete one square that I already have sectioned off within one take. But I knew I needed to give my back a break, so I had to force myself to stop. Well, to find a stopping point at some point, and come back to it the next day, which is actually harder than what most people think. Which is fine because the next half was when I would customize and include the oh so beautiful yellow ABs, and I wasn't for sure where I was going to place them at, nor did I know how they were going to look with them. I knew I needed to take a step back beforehand and planned out where I was going to insert the ABs and how I can place them to make them look cohesive and not randomly placed. trying to plan out the placement for the ABs was like trying to solve a brain teaser. However, once I figured out that the yellow ABs were the same DMC code as the diamonds that was going to go on to the anchors, I decided to work the yellow ABs around the anchor symbols. I carefully studied how the ABs worked in the blue and in the green section of the lion and discovered that is how they planned the green ABs around the green section, and figured that would work the same for any of the custom ABs that I wanted to do. So I played around with them off camera, placed the yellow, the pink, and the blue, dark blue ABs to the first 3 sections that I already worked on, and got a general idea how I was going to place the yellow ABs in this section here. I was pretty undecisive where I wanted certain ABs to go, apparently. Once I place a diamond down, I think it is best there, and then suddenly I think I need to move it back to where I had it before. Thank goodness I was able to slide the diamonds around. Honestly, not to toot my own horn, but I think I planned it pretty well. I'm actually really happy with the results. Although, I am concerned about how I am going to include the pink ABs in the next section that I will work on in my next video. But that's a future Echoes problem. Since I wanted to make sure I included the yellow ABs in this area and not forget about them, because I can see myself doing that, I made the executive decision to place them first. I personally like it when I add them last. It gives me an unexplainable satisfaction to finish off the video with ABs, saving the best for last. But I figured it would be best to add them first and work my way around them, making changes as I go. Like how you saw me move diamonds around to a different spot, trying to figure out where it would go without looking ridiculous. I hope that the ABs don't look ridiculous, especially the ones that I have placed. I looked at the AB as though they were either highlights in the painting or wet paint that was freshly squeezed out onto the canvas and haven't dried yet. Having this kind of mindset did help me in the decision-making process for the yellow ABs. Curious, have you ever added AB drills to a painting that didn't originally come with ABs before? If so, how did you strategize and plan where the ABs went? Because in a way, I kind of find this a little stressful to figure out. Overall, I do enjoy the thought of customizing this piece to make this ordinary canvas that I am sure a lot of other diamond artists have into something that is set apart from theirs. It's a tad different from theirs since I did include yellow ABs, pink ABs, and dark blue ABs that didn't come with the kit. However, I did find it annoying when after I placed the diamonds onto the canvas that I decided to change it to ABs, causing me to backtrack and having to fix my work that I destroyed while trying to change out the drills. This is a perfect example. I took my time to straighten them, even though they look pretty wonky on camera. It was looking a lot straighter than this in person. Not for sure what happened. But anyways, I took my time to straighten the diamonds just so I could pluck a few more yellow diamonds to add in ABs, making all that extra straightening a waste of time. But I don't regret it though. I am so happy with the results. I am in love with how the yellow ABs are coming out. And I hope to stay happy when I add the pink and the blue ABs. Well, that is it for this WIP and Chat. Thank you so much for coming and whipping and chatting with me. I hope you guys have an incredible week, and hopefully see you next time when I struggle to include the pink ABs to the other side. Keep crafting, keep inspiring, and keep being you.